My brothers and sisters of Burkina Faso, let me speak to you today not as your president, not as a politician, not as a diplomat, but as a soldier, as your comrade in arms, as a Burkinabe who has seen too much, buried too many, and is now forced to walk a road soaked in blood, betrayal, and fire. This is not a time for celebration. This is not a time for handshakes, speeches, or ceremonies. This is war. Let me repeat that again for those who live behind high walls, sipping imported drinks and pretending things are normal. This is war. And in war, there are no neutral bystanders. You are either building the future of this nation with us, or you are in the way. We are surrounded on all sides, not just by terrorists with guns and machetes, but by traitors in suits, by cowards in our own ranks, and by foreign hands playing God with our blood. Some of them sit in air-conditioned offices in Paris and Washington and Brussels, talking about democracy while they loot our land and leave our people to die. They say we are too young to lead. They say we are too radical. They say we have no experience. But let me tell them something. The graveyard is full of experienced men who did nothing when it mattered. It is full of ministers and generals who had all the qualifications, all the diplomas, all the international respect, but not 1 ounce of courage to fight for the people. We will not be like them. We cannot be like them, because every week our mothers bury their sons, our villages are torched, our girls are kidnapped, our markets are empty, and our fields are soaked in the tears of the people. So let me ask you, Burkina Faso, how many more times will we allow France to smile in our face while they supply the very terrorists killing us? How many more times will ECOWAS bow to foreign interests and threaten sanctions instead of standing with the African people? How many more times will we be told to wait for peace by people who have never known war? Let me be clear, peace will not be given to us. We will take it, and we will take it by any means necessary. If that means cutting off the hands that feed the snakes in our forests, we will do it. If that means burning bridges with nations that only come to extract and exploit, we will burn them all. We are no longer begging for respect. We are commanding it through sacrifice, through discipline, through pain. Now, I know many of you are tired. You are afraid. You have lost loved ones. You have lost land. You have lost hope. But I am here to tell you, do not give up. Not now. Not when we are this close to breaking the chains that have held us down since independence. This is the final stretch of a long and bloody road, and I will not sugarcoat it. More blood will be spilled. More enemies will rise. More betrayal will come, even from those closest to us. But this is the cost of freedom. And if you are not ready to pay the cost, then step aside, because Burkina Faso will rise, with or without you. To the youth, I speak to you directly. You are the engine of this revolution. Not Twitter, not foreign aid, not empty speeches, but you. Your hands must build. Your eyes must stay open. Your feet must march forward. We are not waiting for a savior. There is no Messiah. There is no miracle. There is only us, standing together or falling apart. The old generation has failed us. They sold our dreams for foreign loans and fake peace. They accepted poverty as destiny. They kneeled while our mothers cried in the dust. We will not kneel. To our soldiers on the front lines, I see you. I see your hunger. I see your fear, but I also see your fire. And that fire is what keeps this nation breathing. You are not forgotten. Every bullet you fire in defense of this land echoes in the hearts of 20 million Burkinabe. And let it be known, those who fall in this war shall not be remembered as victims. They shall be remembered as warriors. Now, to those who still conspire in the shadows, to those who sit in air-conditioned rooms plotting coups, sabotaging supplies, feeding information to our enemies, your time is running out. We are coming for you, and we will not knock. We will not negotiate. We will not forget. You betrayed the blood of Sankara. You sold your own country for contracts and commissions, and you will answer to the people, to our neighbors, to Mali, to Niger, to Guinea. Stand firm. They will try to divide us. They will offer you gifts with one hand and poison with the other. But the only thing they fear more than an armed African is a united Africa. Let us make them fear. Let us show them that the Sahel is not a playground for imperialists. It is the birthplace of a new Africa, one that does not beg, one that does not bow, one that does not bleed in silence. I am not here to be popular. I am not here to make speeches. I am here to finish what we started. So if you still believe in Burkina Faso, prepare your mind, steel your heart, tighten your fists, because we are not going back, we are not surrendering, and we are not asking for permission. We are taking what is ours. Freedom is not a slogan, it is a war. And in this war, every Burkinabe must choose, fight or fall. I have made my choice. What about you? My brothers and sisters, let me put it plainly. Our country is bleeding and we are at war. That is the truth, not a metaphor, not politics. War. This isn't a time for celebration. It's not the season for ceremonies, for speeches, or for pretending things are normal. People are dying, villages are being erased, mothers are burying their sons every week, and yet some still sit comfortably, drink imported wine, and act like Burkina Faso isn't on fire. Let me be clear. You're either building with us, or you are standing in our way. This war is not just with the terrorists in the forests. It's also with those wearing suits who sabotage us from within. It's with cowards who wear uniforms but lack loyalty. And it's with foreign powers, those in Paris, Washington, Brussels, who preach democracy while feeding the chaos killing us. They say we're too young, too radical, too inexperienced. But the truth is, we are simply too awake. And we refuse to become like the men buried in our past, those who were respected internationally but stood for nothing when our people needed them most. We will not repeat that cycle of cowardice. And yes, we know what we're up against. Betrayal will come, more blood will be spilled, but this is the price of freedom. We're not waiting for peace. We're not hoping for help. We will take what is ours by any means necessary. We'll cut off the hands that feed our enemies. We'll burn bridges with any nation that sees us only as a resource to extract. And we'll rebuild from scratch if we must. But we will rebuild as free people. To the youth, this is your revolution. Not Twitter, not donors, not empty promises. You, your hands, your minds, your spirit. If we are going to build a new Burkina Faso, it will be because the youth refuse to inherit the chains handed down by the old guard. The generation before us accepted suffering. They kneeled, we will not kneel. To the soldiers, your hunger, your fear, your sacrifice, it is not in vain. Every shot you fire to defend our land shakes the foundations of this broken system. You are not forgotten. You are the soul of this fight. And for those who conspire against us, those who plot in shadows, leak information, and sabotage our efforts from behind closed doors, we are coming for you. You sold the country for coins. You betrayed the dream of Sankara, and you will face judgment not from a courtroom, but from the people themselves. To our allies, Mali, Niger, Guinea, stand firm. They will try to divide us, offer us aid with one hand, and stab us with the other. But we must remember, the greatest threat to empire is a united, armed Africa. Let the Sahel become the birthplace of that Africa, a proud, standing Africa, one that doesn't ask for permission, one that doesn't apologize for defending its own. So no, I did not come here to make you feel good. I came to remind you that this is our last chance. We are close, so close, to breaking the chains we've carried since so-called independence. But the road ahead will not be easy. There will be pain, there will be loss. But what lies at the end is worth it. Dignity, freedom, sovereignty. So prepare yourselves, mentally, emotionally, physically, because we are not retreating, we are not negotiating, we are moving forward with or without you. I have already made my choice. Now I ask you again, what about you?